If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 202 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15. We start with a game at home against Newcastle United. We're actually playing both northeast sides in today's episode. We've got Newcastle at home here, and I think we're away at Sunderland in a second rather than being here at home. So one northeast side travels to us and we travel to the other. But we're starting a strong side, as you can see, a full strength starting lineup here to take on Newcastle. We're having a very good season so far. Up and around the top spot, definitely solidified in those top four positions, and obviously we want to try and win the league this year if we possibly can, because this will be the last season that we get done before FIFA 16 comes out. Obviously in all of the series, actually, this series, the Barcelona series and the My Player, we're in the last seasons of each individual series, because it's only 2 weeks now until the new game comes out. So really hyped for that. Hopefully you guys are as well. I know I've had a lot of people tweeting about it, asking me what I'm going to be doing to start FIFA 16, and I'm actually going to be putting a video up next weekend, or this upcoming weekend, letting you guys know exactly what I'm going to be doing to start off the FIFA 16 year. Obviously a lot of you will have already seen the pinned tweet on my Twitter saying which career modes I'm going to be starting with, but to make sure that everybody's aware, and you know, just in general, so you know what to expect from me from the starting weeks, etc. from FIFA 16. I'll do a video for you next week. I'm trying to get some thumbnails made up before that point, so I can include them in the video. If I can't, it's not a problem, because obviously I don't need the thumbnails until the actual game comes out. But if I can, then I'll try and get some nice graphics done for you for that particular video. But for now, let's actually concentrate on what's going on the pitch, shall we? James Ward-Prowse is taking a corner here, whips it in, and off the bar from John Stones. He scored a couple of very good headers for us from set pieces in the most recent episodes, but this time not going to be able to get us in front. Denied by the woodwork, and then Batshuayi is in behind here. Not the fastest of players, but still quick enough to get away from my defence and good enough in the shot to be able to score the opening goal of the game. Half an hour in, Newcastle lead here at the Abbey Stadium. Now that is not according to the game plan. Obviously we want to get maximum points from as many games as possible, especially now that we're out of the Champions League group stage and we're not having as many congested fixtures. Also, we've been knocked out obviously of the Capital One Cup as well, so at present, at least in this month of December, we only have BPL games to worry about, so I can start my full strength side in almost every single game, and obviously I want to take advantage of that, but I can't do if I'm losing at home to Newcastle. We come close to conceding a second there. That shot was well deflected by Masaccio, but it actually came up off the top of the bar. You can see it's heading on target, and he shoves out a giant curly toe. Keeper would have stood no chance if that had looped into the top corner. The luck was just on my side, and it ended up bouncing off the top of the bar and going out for a corner, which fortunately nothing came from. James Ward-Prowse trying to make the breakthrough at the other end, twisting and turning away from the defenders, gives it into Paulsen, does a little bit of twisting and turning himself before tidily slotting it into the bottom corner to give us an equaliser 2 minutes before the break. Thank you very much, Yusuf. That's what we pay you the big money for. Scoring us another goal here. He's obviously my best goal scorer other than Strahil Georgiev in the side right now. Georgiev is going to be involved hopefully sooner rather than later in today's episode, but it's all about Yusuf Paulsen so far. That time well saved by Tim Krul to keep us out again and stop us from taking the lead in this one. One more chance before the game was done actually, and Kiesner is going to get it into Tony Kroos here. Going to play it across to James Ward-Prowse in loads of space. Gives it a good old crack, but unfortunately can't find the top corner. It flew through the air well, and he scored quite a few very good goals for us so far this season, James Ward-Prowse, but unfortunately neither he nor anybody else were able to get us a winning goal. We get a point at home against Sunderland, unfortunately, so we have to actually know it's at home. I thought we were away in this second game against Sunderland. It turns out I was wrong. So Sunderland come down from the northeast as well. Maybe they shared a hotel, Newcastle and Sunderland, who knows. But we are currently top of the Barclays Premier League table by a single point. So the the draw with Newcastle wasn't as costly as perhaps it could have been. It helped them stay in fifth place in the league, obviously, as well, as you saw from the table just a moment ago. Starting a similar-ish side, but as you can see, a couple of changes with Ivers coming in, Timo Werner on the left-hand side, Berahino this time alongside Strahil Georgiev rather than Yusuf Paulsen.
Despite the fact that Pausen played the better game against Newcastle, he was more fatigued than Strahil Georgiev for this particular game, and I decided to put him on the bench, or actually take him out the side altogether. I think actually I had Kwesi Appiah on the bench rather than Pausen, just for to let Pausen get a full rest, because both he and Georgiev have been absolute gems for us up top, and Georgiev is played through here after just 3 minutes. In behind, turns inside the defender, bats, and a slotted left-footed finish. Similar finish actually to the way that Pausen put his away in the previous game, only this time it was to give us a lead rather than an equaliser, and it was very early on when it happened as well. Cruz with a good shot from distance, though that was well plucked out the air by Kolar, and then we're going to continue to be on top. We were definitely more more in this game than we were in the one against Newcastle, or more dominant in this game than we were in the one against Newcastle. As you've been able to see, all the highlights to this point have been coming at the right-hand side of the screen as the ball continues to fly forward here through Ivaz. He kind of had the defenders drawn away from him by a couple of the runs from Sadio Mane, and opened up the space. Decided to have a shot. Unfortunately, could only draw a save out the goalkeeper. Couldn't find the back of the net. We did actually get a free kick from that, but nothing came of it. Cruz put it over the bar. So, but Cruz was involved here as well. Georgiev is going to get it around the corner. Two-sider Berahino, though, in behind and bottom corner. Thank you very much. We had a couple of finessed shots and goals so far in today's episode. That one was very much drilled with a lot of pace across the goalkeeper into the far bottom corner. We are now 2-0 in front. At last, we have ourselves a bit of a margin in today's episode. Timo Werner plays that back towards Berahino, but he actually just, ignores the ball, runs past it. Ivaz picks it up, but his shot is well blocked by Hernandez, the defender. And unfortunately, we aren't able to extend our lead just yet, but we're continuing to be on top. You could definitely tell that Newcastle were up towards the top end of the league and Sunderland were down towards the bottom, because one side was definitely a lot easier to play against than the other. Timo Werner's going to have a great shot here, and unfortunately for him, comes back off the woodwork. He isn't able to get us a third goal and really put a bit of gloss on the tie, put it out of reach of Sunderland. But a 1-goal lead is definitely precarious. As you saw for Newcastle, it cost them 3 points. A 2-goal lead is you can be more confident with a 2-goal lead, but still, I'm not overly confident with a 2-goal lead the way that we've been conceding goals recently. Obviously, we lost to Manchester City in the previous episode. We drew 2-2 with Southampton in the previous episode. We conceded against Newcastle, and it cost us the win in the earlier game in today's episode. So I'm kind of striving for some clean sheets at the minute. Something that's been missing from my game, but Tony Cruz turns inside, and the thing that definitely hasn't been missing from our game is the amount of goals we've been scoring this season. Fantastic finish from Tony Cruz across the goalkeeper into the bottom corner. That is 3-0, and that is 3 points as well. Thank you very much, Sunderland. So 4 points from today's episode. We'll have a squad report now, obviously, because it's Monday. If there's anybody in particular in the squad you'd like to have a closer look at, then obviously feel free to pause the video at any particular point, and you can have a look at their details, look at their stats in more detail, should I say. But still growth throughout the squad. Unfortunately, Sadio Mane and Jetro Willems not growing it, but James Ward-Prowse is up to 80. Kroos is still 89 rated, the highest rated player we've ever had here at Cambridge. Keishner's up to 82, and he's actually replaced Timo Werner, but you'll see in a minute, Timo Werner's actually gone up as well. Yusuf Pauls are now 84, Strahil Georgiev 83, Berahino no movement with him, Baraki's up 1, although he feels threatened currently because obviously Jetro Willems has come in and taken his first team spot. But Timo Werner, like I was saying, he was 80 rated. He was 81 rated, sorry. And Keishner was 80. Keishner got to 81 and was playing better, so I put Keishner in. And now Timo Werner has gone from 81 to 82, so he's rated higher again. But Keishner still is putting in some very good performances, so Timo Werner's going to have to impress in the rotation games. He did impress, actually, against Sunderland and had that shot that came back off the post. But Keishner's just been that little bit more effective for me recently, so I'm going to stick with him on the left-hand side. And other than that, the rest of my first team pretty much picks itself, to be honest. We've got such a strong first team. I really don't see any point in changing anything anytime soon. The transfer window is just around the corner. In the next episode, I believe, we'll be heading into it. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do in the window. We have a little bit of money to spend, about 22 million or so, but I don't know where to improve. So I'm not going to do a transfer targets video because we haven't got much time between now and the end of the season, and now on the end of FIFA 15 in fairness. So I want to make sure that the flow of the series keeps going and we keep getting the games and gameplay in to make sure that we can get towards the end of the season sooner rather than later. And may actually, now that I'm not doing the afternoon streams, start uploading videos more frequently. Like I might do 5 episodes a week of the Barcelona career mode rather than 3 like we have been doing, because I did that obviously to free up the extra time. So maybe you'll have an extra episode of the Barcelona career mode tomorrow, as well as you had one earlier on this afternoon. If you missed any video from the past few days, then feel free to check the channel page for it. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, check the channel page for anything you may have missed, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you next time.